From the Tennessee Valley Weather Center, this is your weather tonight.
Good evening, I'm Kelli Rosson here in the Weather Center in for Fred Gossage once again this evening, who has the night off. We are talking a lot as far as the forecast goes for the rest of this week. We have much warmer and spring-like temperatures for the next several days, so that is some good news. Unfortunately, the bad news, though, we do have a storm threat Friday. Strong to severe storms are expected. I'll break down the threats and the timing and what you need to know heading into Friday, and we also have plenty of rain chances to talk about over the next 7 days. Let's go ahead and start with tonight. Temperatures won't fall much overnight. Lower 50s for southern middle Tennessee and then mid 50s for northwest Alabama and northeast Mississippi for tonight. We do stay dry for tonight, and heading into tomorrow we crank up the heat. Upper 70s for southern middle Tennessee and lower 80s expected for northwest Alabama. I wouldn't be surprised with several 80-degree readings south of the state line and maybe even inching into southern Tennessee, but I do think it's going to be a few degrees colder to the north in Tennessee. Overall, a much warmer day expected for tomorrow. Unfortunately, that warmth is in front of a cold front that will be bringing us a strong to severe storm threat for Friday afternoon and evening. Here is the SPC outlook for Friday. You see the entire Tennessee Valley viewing areas in this yellow color. That is a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather, and the level 3 out of 5 in that orange just to our southwest. So we are going to be keeping a close eye on the forecast over the next few days leading up into your Friday afternoon and evening. Again, that looks to be the timing. As far as any storms that pop up ahead of the main line, that's what we could see as early as the afternoon hours on Friday, but the main line of thunderstorms looks to move through later on in the evening after 8 p.m. And as far as the storm mode, we are expecting that line, so a linear fashion of thunderstorms with the potential for damaging winds and a few embedded tornadoes. But ahead of that, we could see a few storms pop up, and we'll have to watch those very closely out in front of the line. So like I said, damaging winds and a few tornadoes possible, as well as some small hail and heavy rainfall, all on the table for Friday afternoon and evening. So let's go ahead and play through Futurecast again for tonight. We stay calm and dry, a few clouds here and there, but overall starting temperatures Thursday morning already back into the upper 50s, and that's because we are going to be much warmer for Thursday. We're looking at again, upper 70s to lower 80s with a few clouds overhead, but we do stay dry for Thursday. And heading into Friday, winds will really pick up out of the south. Temperatures will be in the 70s once again, already starting off in the 60s about 10 a.m., but we are talking 70s and lower 80s for your Friday afternoon. And again, the afternoon to early evening hours is when we could start to see a few storms fire up ahead of the main line. And these kind of storms are what we're going to have to watch, because you see the main line still well off to our west at 9 p.m. But as far as storms ahead of the front go, that again can happen as early as the afternoon hours on Friday. So be sure to stay weather aware as that front does continue to push through the area. Again, the main line of storms that we will have to keep an eye on as well much later on in the evening into the overnight hours. And after that, though, again, around midnight for Friday night into Saturday morning, that line of storms will push through. That's when we have to watch for the damaging winds. And again, a few embedded tornadoes certainly possible with this line of thunderstorms. But by the time we get to your Saturday afternoon, things have calmed down significantly, dried out, and cooled down only slightly. That's some good news. I'll show you that on the 7-day here in a little bit. We don't take too far of a dive in the temperature department, but we get a little bit of a break for Saturday. And heading into Sunday, we're watching this storm system that tries to push south and tries to push a little bit more north. So we're going to have to wait for a little bit more data to come in for that storm, but we could have some rain chances for Sunday night as well. And here are those rain chances that we have mapped out for you. 50% chance of those pop-up storms ahead of the line for Friday afternoon, and then a 90% chance of that line coming through later on in the evening. A few lingering showers possible Saturday, but most of your Saturday will be dry and nice. And then a few rain showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two possible heading into your Sunday and Monday. Here's your 7-day forecast from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Again, stay weather aware for Friday. Pay very close attention to the forecast. We will continue to update you as we learn more and sift through more data. Now is not the time to be scared, but it is the time to go through your safety plans when it comes to severe weather, especially an evening and overnight threat. Be sure to have multiple ways to get warnings. Of course, we have a free app you can download in any app store, and make sure your weather radios are working. And then heading into the rest of your weekend, though, temperatures stay in the 70s, so we don't dip too far down after that cold front with the thunderstorms moves through Friday night, into Saturday, and then back to a few rain chances and maybe a few thunderstorms for Sunday. Now that has been trending drier and drier. We will continue to watch that trend. And then heading into next week, we start off in the 70s, but cool off a little bit into the 60s. But hey, I will definitely still take some lower 60s here in the end of March in the Tennessee Valley. That's a check at your local weather forecast. I hope you have a fantastic evening.